I just want to draw attention to this wonderful looking box though with the grape shot art, right? This is fucking awesome. So this is Storm. It looks so simple, right? 24 snow-covered mountains and some frostbites to interact with your opponent. I've also got 2 Pillar of Flame in case that I didn't kill cats or fucking electrical birds. Welcome to New Historic. New Historic is the format now that Strixhaven has come in with the Mystical Archives. We now have Grape Shot and Faithless Looting and Brainstorm and all that shit. What our deck is doing today is we're gonna make a Storm count. For those of you who don't know what Storm does, it's for every spell you've cast previous to this turn, copy this spell. So, in the case of Grape Shot, if we have cast 20 spells and our opponent's on 20, they get shot. In order to do this, we have an engine that's come from Strixhaven itself. Grinning Ignis was a card in Future Sight. I always loved the artwork. I never really understood the card very well as a kid. And now we have it here in a format where Storm is good with it. I don't know if this has ever been a card in Storm. I don't know if there's ever a card in Dragon Storm at some point in Standard or Extended. I'm not really aware of that. What it does do, though, with Runaway Steamkin and Burgee, is that you can start to net more mana. Let's move these grape shots over here. Every time you cast a Grinning Ignis, I need to say the right name, you get to put a pip on Runaway Steamkin. Every 3 times you get 3 mana. With Burgee, it refunds 1 mana. What Ignis says is for 1 mana, return it to your hand and make 3 mana. That means if you are casting it for, say, 2 mana, in the case of Runaway Steamkin or Burgee, effectively, kind of, technically, then you are going to net 3 mana as you bounce it back to hand. Hazardous Monument also does the same thing by reducing its cost to 2, so every time you bounce it back, you're netting 1 mana. Also allows you to loop through your deck. And then you just fucking Grape Shot. You just Grape Shot them in the face. Now, the interesting thing is, once we've got a Burgee plus a Steamkin plus a Grinning Ignis, or Grinning Ignis plus a Burgee, and you're looping it, and you're netting a mana every single time, or whatever, you might just not have Grape Shot, right? That's where Merchant of the Veil comes in, and we probably should be playing 4 of them, because once it's in play, it gives you a mana sink for 3 mana to discard a card and draw a card. Now, this combo has a problem of taking about 1,000,000 years to resolve. So I'm hoping someone will be kind enough to let us actually combo off today and not just scoop to us winning. Or I guess we could just lose every match we play. Who the fuck knows? If you like this video, hit the like button down below. Don't forget to comment telling me what you think of the New Historic involving all the Mystical Archives. If you're wondering how much money I had to dump into Arena to get even close to being able to play this or this variant of Phoenix that sucks that I tried to play, well, you can watch my video about spending approximately £100, well, it's actually £70, 90 euros or whatever, on Arena today and being pretty fucking disappointed in that. This video is brought to you by channelfireball.com, though, your premier source of picking up sealed product and singles. Also brought to you by UltraPro, who makes some lovely, lovely playmats and the Saturn Tower boxes. And of course, the love and support of Patreon. If you want to get involved with the Patreon, the link is in the description below. It's $2 a month gets you access to the Discord server. With that out of the way, let's fucking storm some people. This hand is okay. What we're looking to do is get a Burgee or a Steamkin into play, loop our Grinning Ignis, net mana, and then draw in through our deck and find our Grape Shot. In this circumstance, we have 2 parts of that, so that's not bad. We also have a way to interact with our opponent. We have Ramp. We're going to faithlessly loot now. Interactions for champs. I'm going to drop the Frostbite in the bin as we faithlessly loot here. Elves from our opponent. Wish I'd kept the Bolt now, which can play Steamkin on turn 2, as I don't think they're going to have interaction for it. Visionary from our opponent drawing a card and they missed a land drop. Okay. Play a second Steamkin. Grow our first Steamkin and go a slapping. They play second Visionary and miss a land drop again and scoop it up. We're about to have some fun. Fuck! Opponent, what are you doing? We're going to go Grinning Ignis, put counters on our Steamkin, bring it back to hand, play it again, put counters on our Steamkin, make a shit ton of mana, cast the Burgee as a 5-drop, discard our Mind Stone. Okay, this hand is worse than the last one, but like, you're not going to learn about your deck unless you keep trash hands, right? That's what my father always used to say, as he beat me every single time we played poker. He said, you're not going to learn about your poker deck if you don't keep bad hands. Faithless looting on turn 1 here. Let's have a look. What have we got? Mind Stone and Grape Shot. I'm going to ditch a Mountain and a Mind Stone. Nothing from our opponents. I'm expecting a Growth Spiral from them, so we're going to Mind Stone. Brainstorm from our opponent. That's right. This art will now become like probably one of the most influential and important arts in all of Magic. I love it too. I think it's beautiful art. But because, well, Brainstorm's going to be big in Historic, and Historic's going to be one of the more played Eternal formats going forward because it's accessible. Because we just don't want the other old formats to be accessible, because they struggle to monetize them. We found a Grinning Ignis, which is one of my one of my nicknames at school. Player Hazaret's Monument here, which will make all our red creatures cost 1 less, which includes Burgee and the Grinning Ignis. And every time we... Okay, fuck. Every time we cast the Ignis, we would loot. But that's not happening today because of Negate. Maybe I should have led with Burgee, because we only had 2 mana up, so it's unlikely for them to have a counterspell for a creature. But it's also a possibility. They've now foretold something. This could be Say No More or whatever, is See It Coming. I think I'm going to cast Big Burgee's Horn here, because we're going to run out of resources otherwise. Yeah, we'll put that on top. The Aether Gusted it away. I guess, actually no, I think I fucked that up. Burgee plus Ignis is just an infinite loop. So now we can go Burgee. Does this resolve? Did. Then we cast Grinning Ignis, which will generate 1 red mana. Saw it coming. Okay. At that point we could have grape shot them to death. But now we can't. We draw mountains. We're just going to faithlessly loot here, which nets us a red mana. Negate from our opponent. Just mono counter spells. That's fine. Crack our Mind Stone with that mana. Find another mountain. Okay. We're just going to go slap him for 3. I guess the main deck Aether Gust is interesting in 1v1. I guess that predominantly most of the decks are red and green. Our opponent just took an extra turn and made 2 fucking birds while I was talking about that. Growth Spiral from our opponent. We're still in this. We can still just like raw draw into what we need. They foretell probably a Saw It Coming, maybe a Multitude of the Multiverse or whatever the fuck it's called. We drew a Merchant. Let's play Merchant. Discarding the Mountain. Drawing a whole mountain. We're then going to play the Merchant. Jesus Christ. Just try to get there, you know? Just try it. Just try him. But they're going to activate the Merchant to discard this mountain. We draw another mountain. Okay, we're going to keep that in hand for our discard effects. We're going to attack for 3, taking them to 14, and pass the turn back to our opponent. Sometimes you just draw all your fucking mountains. They're going to take another turn and make another 2 birds. Jesus fucking Christ. Nissa, who shakes the world, does create a much larger clock for us here. They come in for a whole bunch, which is not going to block, and hopefully we'll untap and get there. Okay, activate our Merchant. Discard a snow-covered mountain. Find another mountain. Activate again, discarding a mountain. Find a Hazaret's Monument. Honestly, what the ever-loving fuck is going on here? No attacks. This is a whole lot of damage, so we're going to have to block. Because that's more than my life total. And I'm no mathematician, but we can't really allow that to happen. We drew a Steamkin. We're going to play Hazaret's Monument. They will counter this, I believe, because this is our engine to... Okay, maybe they'll have a counterspell. They must have a counterspell, surely. We cast Runaway Steamkin here. We get to discard our own Grape Shot, which just seems awful, honestly. Draw a mountain, and then scoop up the game. That was fun. Drawing so many fucking mountains. Everybody loves a fucking good mountain. This hand is also fucking terrible. Why are our hands so bad all of a sudden? Pre-recording. Pre-recording, I won like 4 games in a row. We're gonna mulligan this. Keep this. Put back Pillar of Flame. Fuck me. Opponent is looting, and they appear to perhaps be on a similar thing. I know that some of the Storm decks are playing a lot of draw a card effects. We're gonna faithlessly loot ourselves. We're going to drop a Frostbite and 1 of our Grape Shots, perhaps? That seems risky, I know, as we only played 2, but I don't think they're going to interact with our hand or the stack much. They missed a land drop. Sweet. We're going to play Burgee. Now, of course, they could Frostbite us back, but they aren't playing Snow-Covered Mountains. Maybe they're playing Lightning Strike. They're just playing a Steamkin. Okay. We'll Frostbite the Steamkin, giving us a mana off Burgee. We'll then play Faithless Looting, find us a Steamkin, and a Hazaret's Monument. I think I ditched these 2 in favour of the Monument. Play the Monument. And now our red creatures cost less, and we get to loot when we play them. All we need is an Ignis now, and then we can start going wild with our Grape Shots. Our opponent faithlessly loots again, discarding a Monument and a Banefire. I've considered putting Banefire in this deck, I won't lie. We drew the Ignis. This is glorious. I guess we'll just play the Ignis, make a red mana, choose not to... And they've just fucked it off. They don't even know if the last card in their hand is Grape Shot. I guess we discarded a Grape Shot, so maybe they figured it would be. But, yeah, that mirror was pretty fucking easy. Double Ignis, Faithless Looting, yeah, let's give it a shot. We even have a way to interact with our opponent who's probably not playing any creatures because they got a Gigantha. I don't know what it is. Seeing Gigantha in the Pokemon Zone actually makes me feel like oh, it's going to be Sacrifice. Okay. Do we have a good matchup here? Probably not. Let's Frostbite that goose. Bolt the bird, as they say. Bite the goose, as they say. Trail of Cum. we're going to play a Steamkin. Fatal push on our Steamkin is a shame, but that's the world we're going to have to live in. They make a land drop but don't decide to crack a food, which makes sense. We're going to play an Ignis so we can just start slapping with it. They're going to blow up our Ignis with a Binding of the Old Gods, which is completely fair and completely understandable. We're going to loot. We're going to find a Grenadier. So I'm going to get rid of these Frostbites. I'm going to play a Mind Stone and then pass the turn. We're playing against like probably one of the best decks in the format, right? Like Sacrifice is very, very good. There's a Corval. We kind of want them to tap out and then we just draw what we need. What do we need? I don't even fucking know. That's just where we're at. We want them to tap out and stop fucking with our shit with their removal. We drew a Mind Stone. I'm going to cast Merchant of the Veil. Discard the Mind Stone. Draw a Frostbite. I'm then going to cast Faithless Looting. Discard the Frostbite and the Pillar of Flame. And our hand is back to being what it was at the beginning of our turn, just with one less Faithless Looting available. I guess we have dug like 4 or 5 cards deeper into our deck, so I can't complain, except for the fact that we need to draw a fucking Burgee or a Steamkin, and then also a way to loop through our deck, which Merchant of the Veil is. Merchant of the Veil is a way to loop through our deck. They play a Pussycat, and we get pinged by the Pussy. They attack with Corval, which will draw them a card by sacrificing a permanent. They sacrifice a cat. We take 6. We are not long for this world. We are under pressure, as David Bowie and Freddie Mercury would say. We drew a Burgee. That is certainly something. Does it get us any closer to where we need to be? Well, if it survives, it does. I guess we just slam Burgee here and hope for the best. Now, if they crack a food here, they can go searching with Trailer Crumbs. And if they go searching for a permanent, they can, of course, find a Binding of the Old Gods. They don't have to crack clues. I just realized they can just use the Pussycat to crack one of those clues, pay a mana, and go searching for a Binding of the Old Gods. And they found a fucking Binding of the Old Gods. Fuck me. Fuck me in the shitter. Fuck me. That is really unfortunate. So unfortunate. I don't know if I want to sit around whilst my opponent figures out what to do. They've sacked the cat to the tower now, drawn another card. Yeah, I'm just fucked. I'm just royally fucked. So as we saw last round, we don't really want to play against someone who's got a shit ton of removal. I'm going to keep this off the back that it's full of gas and we have 2 different ways to loot, so we can try and find ourselves a second mountain and go from there. A second mana source will give us access to the Mind Stone, and no, I'm not talking about some Marvel Cinematic Universe shit. We're going to Merchant the Veil, discarding a Runaway Steamkin, and we find the second mountain. Lovely jubbly. Our opponent plays a Fabled Passage, we play a mountain, we play a Steamkin. They grabbed a Plains with their Fabled Passage, and then they've got to discard cards and shit. Is this just going to be... Oh dearie me, this looks scary. We drew an Ignis, which is good. We're going to play a Burgee, and we're just going to try and combo kill next turn. That is our plan. So we'll make 1,000,000 mana next turn. Infinite mana, which with Merchant the Veil and some cards in hand is good. It's good shit. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a way to interact with our current board. Hopefully they're a linear combo deck just like we are. Nope, they've got a Prismari command to kill our Runaway Steamkin, which is frustrating because we can't make infinite mana now. They discarded yet more expensive cards that I'm assuming they're going to play for cheap out of their graveyard somehow. I'm going to faithlessly loop because it's free in terms of mana. We did not hit the next land drop that I wanted to make. We cast a Runaway Steamkin after discarding the looting. And then we cast a Merchant of the Veil to discard a card. I'm not actually going to. I just realized I did that with my Ignis in hand, so I'm not going to. That just grew our Runaway Steamkin, which was actually kind of dumb. That was close. I almost discarded my Ignis. If that was like a not May, oh god, that would have been bad. That was just an incorrect thing to do. Growing the Steamkin for 1 red mana was bad. Like appallingly bad. Our opponent faithfully loots with the wonderful looting art that everyone is often so upset about. I don't want to see another Prismari command, honestly. Can you just leave my Steamkin alone? Cathartic Reunion. Okay, discarding a load of stuff. Oh, we got to untap. Let's play an Ignis. They're saying good game. We actually have to find an out, which the Merchant will eventually do, I should hope. So we're going to go looping now. Our opponent's spending too much time emoting and not enough time letting my spells resolve, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah, there you go. They're just emoting all over the shop. Cool. So here, as we play the Ignis, we generate a mana with Burgee to allow us to bounce it back, and every time we bounce it back, we make 3 mana. But every 3 times we play it, we make 3 more mana. So we are netting mana every single time. We have 1 card left in hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Faithless Looting to try and transform that card into a Grape Shot and kill them. Failing that, we'll have to cast our Merchant of the Veils to discard the card that we have in hand to try and find something else. Because Merchant of the Veil has an activated ability that we have infinite mana to do over and over. So at this point, we shouldn't be able to fail. But I do appreciate that our opponent is letting us play out for the video.
Let's go!
Now we've done a little bit of the in-out, shake it all about, we're going to use 3 mana to cast Faithless Looting. This, of course, nets us a mana and goes to Steamkin. We draw 2 more mountains, so we're going to discard 2 of those. And then we do a bit more of the in-out, shake it all about. Okay, we've done a bit more of the in-out, shake it all about with the Ignis. We're now going to play a Merchant of the Veil, which nets us a mana, grows our Steamkin, so it adds to the whole mana total thing. We have 9 mana. We're going to activate Merchant 1 time, discarding this mountain, drawing a mountain. I'm then going to do some more in-out. Our opponent continues to emote. We did some more merchanting and found another Burgee, which is good if you want to cast the 5 mana version of it, but we don't. Because it's only good if we have cards in hand. And she's legendary, so we can't have a second one. We're discarding with the merchant again. Discard with the merchant again. Nope.
5 minutes later.
We're discarding again with the merchant. Discard again with the merchant. Discard again with the merchant. Jesus Christ. Come on, Grapeshot. Where are you? Back to the loop. Our opponent's almost timing out here. I don't know why. Now that they're casting Brainstorm. They could just, like, auto-resolve everything and not time out like this. But, I mean, it's their decision to take their time if they want to. Them casting the Brainstorms made me have to press resolve on each spell individually for some reason. I'm not really sure. This takes a little while. So we're here looping, making sure I don't run out of mana. And then we're going to do some merchanting again. We'll get to the Grapeshot eventually. Maybe we should play more than 2 just to make the loop easier. They're now you're going me, which is very, very silly, honestly. Like, they're dead. They know they're dead, right? But sometimes you just get bitter, I guess. There's a Frostbite. That's not it. Back to the loop. They're still you're going me. Oh, it's funny. There's a monument. Not quite. We can't cast the monument because casting the monument will mean that we don't have any cards in hand and we fizzle. Now, we're apparently getting roped. Although I am progressing the board state. So this is an interesting situation for Arena. I'm literally doing the combo and it's going to time me out. That's interesting. We'll just go slapping them. We'll pass back to our opponent, let them have a turn. Probably not the best thing to do, but I'm getting roped, so I might as well not. You know, I'm doing the naughty thing. Oh, they got there. What? What? Oh, the moment I get roped by myself, I cannot focus on things. I don't know what it is. Yeah, they can have whatever the fuck they want. I just don't care at this point. That is unbelievably tilting. The point is, you do this loop until you get Grapeshot, and then you kill him. I couldn't do that because I don't know. It seemed like I wasn't getting roped until they cast Brainstorm, which is a good backup plan. Weird. Very weird. Well, I guess they win now, right? Because they just have Ugin and something else. I'm not even going to play it out with them. They were a complete cunt during my attempts to combo, so why the fuck would I carry on? GG! I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to Grapeshot you. It started to rope. I panicked. I ran out of mana. Arena is a trash client full of fucking bullshit. What more can I say?